Welcome to Stockseas. Today we'll talk about one of the hottest tech companies right now, AMD, or Advanced Micro Devices. We'll see how it got here, what it does better than the competition, what its financial results are, and of course, whether it's worth considering as an investment in 2025. Stay tuned until the end because we'll also analyze the risks that many ignore, while we'll close with a discussion about the future of AI and chips. Stay tuned until the end of the video, and you won't regret it. Let's get started. AMD is not just a processor manufacturer. It is a company that has been reborn from the brink of bankruptcy a decade ago into a technology leader. Its success is based on a strong strategy, innovation, specialization, and aggressive entry into markets like data centers, AI, and gaming. Today, AMD is a bet on the future, a bet on artificial intelligence, cloud infrastructure, and high-performance computing. But like any bet, it has its challenges. Let's take a look at the big picture with numbers because they always tell the truth. In 2024, AMD reported revenue of about $25.8 billion, up 8% from 2023. Its net profit reached $1.6 billion, while its gross profit margin increased by more than 50%. In the first quarter of 2025, AMD reported revenue of $7.4 billion, an increase of almost 36% year over year. The largest share of this growth came from the data center and AI sector, where sales skyrocketed thanks to EPYC processors and Instinct GPUs. The company shows that the sources of growth are shifting from classic PCs to the cloud and artificial intelligence, and that's where its big future lies. Let's take a closer look at how AMD has fared in recent years on the board and what we can learn from its stock price. Today, AMD's share price is hovering around $253, with a daily range between 238 and 254. This is a company that has seen huge volatility in recent years, and that volatility is something investors should always keep in mind. Back in 2022, AMD closed the year near $65 after a difficult year for the entire tech industry, where interest rate hikes and recession fears dampened risk appetite. But 2023 was a completely different story. The stock rose an impressive 120% to close near $147 at the end of the year. This happened because the market began to believe in AMD again, mainly due to expectations around artificial intelligence products and the strengthening of the data center sector. 2024, however, brought a softer picture. The stock moved downward, closing the year around $120, recording a decline of about 18%. Investors became more cautious as the market waited to see if AMD could convert the interest around AI into actual revenues and profits. This correction was not disastrous, but it showed that expectations were high and that the market was looking for results, not just promises. Entering 2025, the picture has improved again. With the current price hovering above $250, AMD is showing signs of recovery, and its stock has returned to near its historical highs. Recent financial announcements have reinforced this positive trend. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, revenue increased by 36% compared to last year, reaching $7.4 billion, with a strong contribution from AI and data center chips. Analysts see this upward momentum continuing. Estimates for the next 12 months give an average price target of around $183 to $190, but some more optimistic scenarios see the stock even reaching $320 within 2025 if AMD maintains the growth rate it has shown. This, of course, assumes that it will continue to gain market share from NVIDIA and deliver its products without delays. All of this points to a company with high potential, but also high risk. AMD has proven that it can bounce back strongly from declines, but volatility remains high. For the investor, this means that there is potential for significant returns, but it requires patience and a good understanding of technology market cycles. Its prices do not move linearly. They rise and fall along with expectations for the next big technological breakthrough. If we look at the big picture, AMD's trajectory resembles a pendulum. From a sharp decline in 2022 to a 2023 launch to a 2024 stabilization and now a 2025 resurgence. This makes the stock exciting to watch and especially suitable for those who like to play at the pace of innovation. Now, let's get to the main question. Why should an investor see AMD positively? First, AI and data centers. AMD has entered the AI accelerator market dynamically with the MI300 series, offering an alternative to NVIDIA's solutions. If it manages to gain even a 10 to 15% share, this means billions in new revenue. Second, innovation in chips. With the Zen 5 architecture and the new Ryzen processors, AMD continues to push Intel in PCs and laptops. The performance per watt remains excellent, which is something that both gamers and professionals prefer. Third, increasing margins and operational efficiency. The management under Lisa Su has reduced costs, improved production through cooperation with TSMC, and has consistently increased gross margin to over 50%. Fourth, a huge market ahead. The global AI chip market is estimated to reach over $400 billion by 2030. If AMD maintains its current growth rate, it could absorb a significant share. Finally, a positive investment climate. The market sees AMD as the number 2 in the space after NVIDIA, but with more room for growth, which makes it attractive to investors who want to get in early. Of course, there are not only positives, there are also serious risks to consider. First of all, the fierce competition. NVIDIA still has the upper hand in AI chips, while Intel is attempting a strong comeback with new product lines. If AMD doesn't keep up the momentum, it could be left behind. Second, the valuations. AMD's stock trades at a high PE, which means the market expects strong growth. If the results don't confirm expectations, the stock could be pressured. Third, geopolitical factors. Its production relies on Taiwan's TSMC, and any tension in the region could drastically affect the supply chain. Finally, the technological risk. AMD needs to continue to innovate quickly. In the world of chips, a 6-month delay can mean billions in lost revenue. Analysts at Erste Group say AMD is strategically positioned for the coming years, and that its growth in data centers could lead to a doubling of earnings over the next 2 years. CFRA says AMD is in a strong position to capitalize on demand for AI chips, while the company's management has demonstrated an ability to execute. On the other hand, some more conservative analysts warn that the AI hype may have temporarily inflated valuations and recommend selective holdings. In short, AMD is a dynamic company with tremendous growth, excellent management, and huge potential. But success is not a given. The market is tough, the competition is fierce, and technology is changing faster than ever. If you're an investor looking for growth with risk, AMD is a choice worth considering. But if you're looking for stability and predictability, you might want to look elsewhere. The most important thing is to understand where the company is today, monitor its movements, and don't just get carried away by its reputation. And now I want to hear your opinion. Do you think AMD will manage to take a significant share of the AI chip market and stand up to NVIDIA? Or has the explosion already been priced into the stock? Write to me in the comments what you think and if you have the stock in your portfolio. If you liked our analysis, like the video, subscribe to the channel and press the bell so you don't miss the next videos with investment analysis.